This is Married to the Music, the stories behind the artist, you know, told by the partners who live it every day. Today we have on David Hawkins and his husband, Alex, and I am so excited for you guys to hear their story. They really get in deep of what it's like being with each other when they both have demanding jobs and work in very demanding industries. And I know that you're going to love their story and just how they found each other and found love in Nashville just as much as I did. I can't wait for you guys to hear this one. David has been a longtime fan of Married to the Music, so we are so excited to finally share his story. Here's David and Alex. Welcome to Married to the Music. I'm so excited. We have David and Alex. I'm so literally so excited. I've talked to David a lot. You've helped me. You've been such a champion of this podcast from early on. You've gotten Kimberly Kelly on. You have this week's guest, Angie K, and her wife, Marissa. Mm-hmm. And I truly just can't thank you enough because seriously, coming to you and when something is new, it's scary and people are like, well, it needs to have this many streams or it needs to have this many downloads. And you're immediately like, girl, let's do it. This is amazing. I love your idea. And truly having someone believe in it from the beginning is the best feeling ever. So
you
can't thank you enough. Love.
You've done such a great job. And obviously working in the media, it's very difficult to find something that hasn't been done already or done to death.
Right.
And I think that what a very cool perspective. I think a lot of times the spouses are the silent heroes and the ones that don't ever get any recognition in the music industry. And so what an amazing moment for us professionals to show some love and for them to get to tell their story. So, and also thanks for having us.
Of course.
It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Is this your first podcast?
Yes.
Yes?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. I mean, I was on a friend's podcast, but it was at her home and it was, I don't know. Yeah. So maybe, I want to say yes.
First in studio. That's
first
good.
in studio.
Yeah.
First in studio. Well,
exactly.
I love it. Well, I always just like to start very basic with just hometowns and where you guys are from, because I feel like I'm from Florida, so I always say that kind of shows people, gives them an insight to who I am, because we crazy down there. So it's gives a really good indication. So where are you from? I'll start with Alex.
So I'm from all over. I was born in the Philippines, and then I moved to California when I was 7. So I lived there for 23 years in the Bay Area in San Jose. And then I lived in Phoenix for 8 years. And then I moved here about 4 years ago. So I've been all over the place.
You really have. Across the country, back and forth, all over. I love that.
Globe,
yeah. What about you, David?
I'm from a small town in South Carolina, just outside of Greenville.
Oh, I love that. Mm-hmm. Well, I love the San Francisco aspect because I always watched Emma Chamberlain growing up and her going on all of her coffee runs. I feel like I too lived there at one point. So I definitely did it, but I wish I did. That'd be so fun. I've not been.
Okay, yeah.
I'm so jealous.
It's got to be on the list for sure.
Definitely. It's so
Dim
much
Sum
fun.
in downtown San Francisco is no other. We were just in Chinatown in New York a couple weeks ago, and I thought that it was going to be at least in the same neighborhood. Even Chinatown, New York, can't hold a candle, which is just one of the many things that he has shown me about where he's from.
Wait, that is cool. Is that the place with the chocolate
Ghirardelli.
Is that in the dumplings, the chocolate dumplings, dessert dumplings at
yes.
Din
Tai Fung.
Yes, I can never.
Oh yes.
Have you watched a TikTok?
What do you know about Din Tai Fung?
Yeah, not much. That's literally all I know, but I love it.
Love that.
I love all of that. Well, then let's move into, you moved to Nashville 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. You've been in Nashville for a while. You are an artist. You are in the PR firm. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk a little bit about your journey to Nashville.
Sure. So we actually moved here within a few months of each other.
Oh, wait, that's crazy.
So I moved here in March of 22, right? Yeah, 22. And I moved because I kind of took a self-audit where I was living in South Carolina, my hometown. I lived in LA, lived in New York, kind of boomeranged my way back home. And work was going fantastic, but my personal life was really, really in the shitter. And I finally looked around one day in Greenville and I thought, and no offense to people in Greenville.
No,
it's my hometown. I still got a lot of people that I love that live there, but I looked around and I was like, I just don't think my husband is in Greenville, South Carolina. I just don't think I'm going to meet the person that I am meant to marry in this town.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, kick it in the ass, let's go. And so in addition to wanting to explore other worlds professionally, I was really transparent in that my move to Nashville is to fall in love as well.
Wait, I love this. It's like Sex and the City where they're like, we moved to New York to find love. It's like, I love that Nashville's that place because people probably wouldn't think that. And I love that. That's so special.
Yeah, definitely probably non-traditional for people to think that, but there was just a draw that I could not deny.
Yeah.
And in comparison to Greenville, the queer community in Nashville, it does not get enough credit. There's incredible communities and bars and dances, and it's far more inclusive than people really give it credit for. And it was very, very attractive to me in the consideration to move.
That is really good to hear because I feel like when you first hear Nashville, that's not what you would think of. So it is nice and encouraging to know that that community is here and is thriving.
It is, yeah.
I love that.
I mean, we're opening in a lot of cities in America. There are gay establishments that are closing, and we're opening. Like just the other month, Chapstick, one of the new gay sports bar, opened up in East, and it's like we're not just closing or maintaining; we're opening new establishments.
I love
because
that.
the community is thriving so much.
That's so amazing. Wait, and I also love the draw to Nashville because I feel like, have you heard of like your person is in a state, like you'll have like this draw to it and you can't figure out like what it is.
I just got full body goosebumps.
Isn't that so crazy? I think about that all the time. Like I remember like someone talking about it like of course on TikTok where I get all of my news. But like, I'm like, there is like this thing that like draws you to a specific state because someone maybe is meant to be with you there. Either it's a friendship or a lover or someone like that. So that is really cool that you were able to have that.
It must have been.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
So then talk to me.
And I was not in Greenville. You're right.
No.
You were like, hell no, I wasn't in Greenville.
And I wouldn't blame him.
No, I understand that. Yeah, that's a tough place, I would imagine, to grow.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about your Nashville journey.
Yeah, so I actually had kind of the same draw here. So I lived in Phoenix for 8 years, and I moved there for work, and then I was working remote. I got a different job at a different department in the company that I work with. And I was working remote, and I thought to myself, I actually don't love the desert heat. I don't love being here. I don't love the dry
oven.
heat. Yeah, exactly. And I was traveling a lot for work, and Nashville was one of the places that I'd been going to for a couple times. I thought to myself, I could live here.
Yeah.
I also considered Denver, but I hear the airport's haunted.
Okay, it is. The blue horse, like out front of it, is so terrifying, and there's like things underneath. Again, TikTok rabbit hole. I need to touch grass. I think honestly, this is crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. Ground yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was thinking of Nashville, and I just knew that it was going to be a move in the direction of home. I was looking for home. I loved what I did, or what I do for work, and I just wanted it to click with my personal life too. You know, like I was doing really well professionally, and I just wanted to find home for me wherever that was, and I didn't think that home was back in California, so I moved here. And then we met each other.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about the meeting situation. How did you guys meet?
Tinder,
yeah. We're a Tinder love story.
Who swiped, who commented, who messaged first?
So he had in his profile points if you start the conversation.
Yes.
Oh,
I was like, hold my beer. I got this.
You're like, I was born for this.
Yeah, so put me in the game, coach.
I love that. What was your line?
I don't know. Do you remember?
Had to have been something good knowing you.
I don't remember.
I do recall that we talked. Each profile had more to say about food than it did about a person.
Yeah.
And I could tell that like growing up in the South, like food is a huge component, and there are some people that like don't like to eat, or don't like to eat a lot, or don't like to have like splurge dinners or girl dinners.
Yes.
And I was like, just to know that like this is someone that I can go to a real dinner with and have like a lot of food and enjoy myself with. I can wear my scrunchy pants on the date, maybe. And he was very transparent that he was looking for something serious.
Yeah.
And at that point in my life, I was very attracted to someone putting that out there and it being the basis of foundation. Like, I'm going on a date with a man who is looking for something serious. I don't have to guess.
Right. That is very encouraging, especially in this day and age, because it's a lot of guessing and wondering, and is he going to text back and all the games and all of that, especially in Nashville.
Totally.
So
Like,
exhausting.
so,
And that's
yeah.
why I said in my profile, bonus points if you message first, because I think oftentimes in these apps, people just like to collect like swipes or like matches. And I was just not into that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I get that completely, and that is encouraging. So it is out there, y'all. You can find love on Tinder. Thank
It's
goodness.
true.
I love that.
And be transparent in your profiles. Like,
Yeah.
I think people try to think how to be like clever or sexy or trendy or eye-catchy. But if you're really on the apps for something substantial, you can just be honest about that. And that little bit of vulnerability on a stranger's profile can be the most attractive thing.
Yeah. No, that is really great advice. What pictures would you advise putting on your profile? Because I think it's like a joke for like straight men to do like the ones with the fish. And it's like, what are we doing here?
I still think it's okay to do thirst traps.
Thirst traps?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
had some thirst trap pictures up.
Your Speedo.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember.
Wait,
Hey, I
I'm
swiped right.
obsessed.
Like, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fun to do like a fun, quirky one, but you have to do a thirst trap, I feel like.
Yeah. I
definitely
That's
did a thirst trap.
Come on, you have to be honest.
Uh-huh.
How to know what they're getting into.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was a hot pink Speedo.
Oh, I love. You should have worn it today. We could have been festive.
Totally. Next time.
Next time we'll do
part
photo
2.
shoot. I love that. I love
I think
that.
like the authenticity like coming through on your profile is really important.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think for me, the authenticity from your profile was really attractive and was really sexy to me. And photos that kind of really prompt questions.
Yeah.
So that it's not just like, oh, I think this person's hot. I mean, yes, you,
You
are
can't,
hot.
you can't say the question that the Speedo prompted on air.
You're gonna have to tell me
Say
off air
that was one
immediately.
of them.
Okay, we're gonna get on to that one after the video. After
Yeah,
the
that's the
camera.
after show.
After show,
Yeah.
the post game.
Like to subscribe.
Yes, exactly. Swipe up. I love that. Okay, so let's go back to, you guys have both said that you felt very good professionally and like you were going in the right direction with work and everything like that. And it was more of that kind of personal relationship things that you were struggling with that brought you to Nashville. So talk to me, David, a little bit more about your profession. I know you started in music, like as an artist, and then talk to me about what led you into starting your own PR firm.
Yeah, so I have been in PR for about 23 years, and I've done it all. I've done crisis communications, I've done film and TV, and when I moved to Nashville, I originally said no to doing music PR.
Yeah.
Because I'd never done it before, and I was really just trying to stay in my tried and true lane that I knew I could do. But you know, God, who is a woman, she laughs when you make plans, and thank God, I had all these friends that were like, who were musicians, who were like, well, you do PR, why don't you do mine?
Yeah.
And I said no, and finally I literally financially had to stop saying no to money.
Right.
And I was like, I guess I'm gonna learn. And thank God I did, because I get the most, I'm proudest and fullest of heart when professionally I have helped an artist's dreams manifest
Yeah.
and come true. Angie, who you mentioned before, when we started working with her a couple of months ago, one of her big goals was People Magazine. She was like, I've been passed up for it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Well, she was not only in People, but her set during CMA Fest was featured in People as one that you missed. And
Oh
like
my
that
gosh.
moment for her, you know, sometimes it's tears, sometimes it's hugs, sometimes it's but it's always like the absolute best. And then the artist component actually came once I moved here. It's very hard not to be inspired.
I agree with you. I am not musically gifted at all, but I'm like, can I sing?
Right.
Like you're like, wait a minute.
I think my question was, how do I write? Because I knew I had a story in me. There were bits and pieces to it. And at a certain point when you're surrounded by so much talent, I was like, I've got a client and a very good friend who's an incredible writer.
Yeah.
And we invited her over one day, and the three of us, because he's a co-writer on the song as well.
I love that. I didn't know that. I love that.
So it was the three of us put together a song called Sin that came out last June during Pride Month. And it talks about my journey through some childhood abuse, some substance abuse, and also the stigma of what it is to be living, and not only living but thriving with a current HIV diagnosis.
Yeah.
And I could not have done it without him. Couldn't have done it without Carrie Brockwell. Shout out to her. And just what an amazing project to work on with your husband.
That is such an amazing project.
And he's an amazing musician, by the way.
Okay, well, we need to talk about that. What are we playing? What are we doing? I love that.
I play a little bit of acoustic guitar, a little bit of keys, and vocals.
I love that. Well, you're going to have to share that with us later on, too. We should have set up the whole studio, get it going, record it.
Bring a guitar. Oh, well, funny you should say.
Yeah, funny. We are an iHeart after all. Might as well. I love that. Well, Alex, can you talk to me a little bit about what your work looks like?
Yeah, so I am in corporate compliance. I've been with a very big logistics company for about 24 years now.
Yeah.
I started in the warehouse pushing boxes around, and I just kept getting promoted. And I'm like, wow, they just keep promoting me, so I guess I'll stick around.
Yeah, that's the American dream right there. For real.
Truly.
And then they moved me to Phoenix. So, yeah, I just kept getting promoted and moving up. So I'm not in the industry. I'm not in PR, although I do have a PR degree.
Oh,
but got a PR brain.
Don't use it. Yes. Yeah. So corporate compliance is completely different from music industry. It's not as I'll just say it. It's not as fun.
I think they would understand that.
Yeah,
too,
it's a different kind of fun because corporate compliance can be fun.
Yeah.
But for that's for the corporate compliance geek in me, you know. So it is definitely different from music industry and the PR industry. So getting to participate in these events and being here today is just super fun.
I love that. And the whole reason we started the podcast was to really talk about the different sides of a relationship when one is in this industry that is so, I guess, like all consuming in every aspect, and also like having to navigate what that looks like within a relationship. So I'd love to get to know a little bit more of what that dynamic looks like, whether, you know, David's on the road with an artist or having to be out late with an artist and you're like, I can't go to this one because, you know, I have my own job, I have my own life. Like, what does that look like for the both of you in that role of supporting each other?
Yeah, for example, I just got back from a work trip.
An hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
You were just saying you're not in the music industry, but I would beg to differ with this schedule. Airport.
He's on tour.
Podcast. You're on tour. You're literally on tour. Media rounds.
He's on the compliance tour.
Yeah, the compliance tour. That's right. And nobody wants me in their building.
Name. I'm not gonna...
I know, right? It could actually be.
That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Maybe a TikTok series.
Hey, yeah, I love that. So I was just on a trip. And with corporate compliance, I can turn it off at the end of the day, right? But that's not the case for the industry that David's in. And while it can seem like it kind of consumes your entire schedule or your entire day or your week, he does a really good job of having boundaries.
Yeah.
And sometimes he gets a phone call or a text message late at night, and I'm not going to be the one to say, like, hey, you probably shouldn't take that. Right. This is his livelihood, and he was doing this way before he met me and doing it very well, might I add. So, like, I didn't feel like he oversteps those boundaries often or ever, because he also, like, is so courteous to ask, like, can I take this? Or, like, are you okay if I respond to this real quick? Because we do value our time together, especially because I do travel for work.
Yeah.
But he has been so courteous and so mindful of knowing that I have a full day of work, and asks me for, do you want to go to this event, or are you available for this event? Mm-hmm. And it's just extra sexy
Yes.
to
I
know
love
that somebody
it.
is
Yeah.
mindful of your schedule and your energy and your time.
Absolutely. Very sexy. I love that. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Talk to me a little bit about, goodness, can I speak? My God. How like you support Alex when he's on the road and things like that, when also having to support artists and dealing with all of that too.
I think from the jump, I wanted it to be very clear for the both of us. We had, and I'm paraphrasing the conversation, and I've said this story over and over again, but it meant a lot to me because it was so well received. But one of the first conversations we had as we were getting serious and looking at our schedules, which for others could probably be like, how are we going to make this work?
Right.
But I knew I had to make it work because I knew this was my person. And so I said in some terms that, the longest relationship that we have had, the longest and most successful relationship we've ever had has been with our careers. And
That gave me chills, kind of, I'm not going to lie, really.
And so we
Gave
kind
me
of
chills too.
Yeah.
I remember exactly when he said this. This was
Yeah.
Eastern Peak, right down the street.
Second
it's
date?
not there anymore. Yeah,
Second date. Yeah.
And I remember like thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, you're so right.
Yeah.
These are the longest relationships that we've had,
Yeah.
aside from familial ones. But
Right.
yeah.
So I'm not trying to be your first, second, third, or I'm not trying to be your first 1, 2, 3 priority right now. I was on the second date with him. I wanted him to know that. And also, like, I can't promise that you're going to be my first, second, third priority right now. Like, we have our careers are first. Now, we've been together for over 3 years. We've been married for over a year. And of course, he is now my number one priority. But it was incredible to be able to feel open enough on the second date to tell him and to ask him to propose the idea of, are you okay not being my first priority right now while we're dating? Because my job has to be, and I presume yours does too. And it was great that, my person was in alignment with that.
Yeah. No, that is really, really special. You said that you got chills too when you had that conversation. What was that like for you, being able to have, like, I know it's like silly to say because like obviously we're all adults, but like the mature conversation that oftentimes gets overlooked or doesn't get talked about early on in relationships.
It was realistically romantic.
Yeah.
To be so
cute.
so upfront about, I barely know you, but I do know that you're special. So I want to be upfront about what it's like to date me. It was a breath of fresh air. It felt like somebody wasn't just trying to win me over, but somebody was trying to be like super authentic about like what their life looks like, and also reflect what my life looks like, because maybe I haven't thought about what my life could look like to somebody else, right? So it was realistically romantic, because there I am sitting there with somebody who I've dated for the second time now, or like went on a date with for the second time now, and I think like it was at that point where I could like see our lives together and where we could fit into each other's lives, and what it could look like in that moment, and then also like in the future.
Yeah. And then it was just your wedding anniversary not too long ago, right?
Yeah,
I
May
think I saw the
6th.
post. Congratulations.
May 6th?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
1 year. Look, again, all the time goes all together. Like, it's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
It's been a long few weeks, all the things. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What during this first year of marriage would you say as advice to someone that you would give advice to? Maybe within the industry, but also just like regularly being married and people.
Yeah, I think that I've had the pleasure of being more intentional about making. So we don't really refer to us as Alex or David. We refer to us as Dalex, or we'll refer to it as the unit.
Yes.
We will talk about like what David wants, but we'll also talk about David understands that that's not healthy for the unit. And so I think this year it has been more about Alex than it has been about David. And, I'm 40 years old. That's the first year of my life that I haven't put myself first. And I've put our marriage, our connection, our unit as priority. So, I don't know that I can give like an actual how-to other than that kind of meta theory of find a way to look at your marriage as a child or a pet or something that is a manifestation of the two of you together. Because emotionally helps to kind of check my own ego or my own insecurities or my own motivations, because my motivations for David are very different than my motivations for my marriage.
I love that. I really love that. I'm in a relationship right now, and I feel like that's such a great way to put it, because I feel like sometimes there's things that are like, it's me. It's like like you said, like I'm insecure in this. It's not anything that he's doing. So like, how can I react in a way that's not going to be harmful to our relationship or me for being like, whatever I'm doing that day.
I think therapists a lot, or certainly mine, talks about childhood and talks about like, how could you be kinder to you as a kid? How could you forgive yourself for things that you misstepped when you were in your 20s? And you can be softer to the 20-year-old version of yourself or the 16-year-old version of yourself. So why can't you also apply that same theory to this unit that you're sharing with someone and be kinder and softer to the unit? So it's not always easy to practice, but it's certainly at the forefront. It's a priority for both of us.
Definitely not easy, but which is what makes it so worth it.
1,000%.
Absolutely. What about for you, Alex? What would you say?
Advice, I think it's going to sound so cliche, but communication is so important.
It is.
And having constant check-ins or like regular check-ins is so helpful, because then you know what is happening with the other person, especially if you're oblivious to the fact that they may be feeling this way, right? So check-ins have been really helpful, communication. And also, while we are very good communicators, or we were very good communicators when we met, we've also learned how to communicate better together.
Yes.
And that just sets us up for the future, so that we can think about what we want in the future, and we can communicate the desires, the needs, the wants, and figure out how we can do that together.
Yeah, no, that is really special, because sometimes I feel like in relationships we can like talk a lot, but we're not communicating what it is we need or what needs to happen. And especially when you are apart doing work and things like that, that is definitely the key. Yeah. So I love that. Talk to me a little bit about the proposal. What was that like? How did that go down? What, like, did someone propose did you do it together? What was it? What was it all
so
like?
Obviously we're two men. And usually in a heterosexual relationship, the man usually proposes to the woman, not saying that that's always the case.
Right.
Or should be the case.
That's how it's supposed to be. But when we did talk about like getting serious, I did say, I would like to be proposed to, and I would like to propose myself too, Aww. So like,
we want it all.
Yeah, I love it. Why not? Why can't you?
Yeah. Nobody gets to tell us the rules. We can make up the rules on our own, right?
I love that.
So so he proposed first, and then I proposed a few weeks after that.
Wait, okay, so where did you propose first? Like, how did you think about doing it? I'm obsessed.
So it was around Halloween, and I had just picked him up from the airport, and that's a love language thing for us. I do my absolute damnedest to pick him up and drop him off every time. That's
true love.
That's possible.
That's real love right there.
It means a lot to him. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So I had it was a Friday, stressful day, a lot like today. He had been gone, flew in. I had, in reality, like probably not the best idea to pick him up, because it kind of stressed me out.
Right.
But I did, and came home, and I was like, okay, I got to jump into work. Welcome home. Talk to you in a couple hours. And I opened up my laptop, and the screen had been shattered. And I had no idea how. And so he immediately started figuring out, can he connect? He was trying everything. I'm not a tech person. He's the tech person in the marriage. And so he's trying to fix the problem with other alternatives. We're realizing it's not going to work. He's already on the phone with Apple Genius Bar, making me an appointment for 5:00. And at some point he comes over to me and he goes, because he had to do some work as well. And he goes, you know what, babe? Let's just call our everybody and say that we're having to take a personal afternoon. Like this, you're not in a good headspace, and I want to be able to support you. Like I'm just gonna. And I was like, really? And he was like, you've got to check to deposit. You need to go drop off some clothes at Plato's Closet or whatever. Like, let's just like get some things done, and we'll make our way to the mall, and then we'll go there and we'll get your computer fixed. I looked it up. It was going to be about $1,000. And, you know, it's never fun to just randomly drop $1,000.
Oh, especially on something that you don't want. It's like, oh, I'll drop $1,000 on like outfits or something. But then it's like, oh, something like gas. Like, no, like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah, it's awful.
So he was already showing me like, he was really helping me to shift my frustration or my stress and like, it's reality. Like, let's just try to make the best of this day. So, this is a long story, but I'm gonna.
No, please.
I'm gonna take some.
We got all the time. Tell your story. I love it.
So we go to Plato's Closet, and I drop off a bunch of clothes, and
you get $3.
Yeah. And I have another story that I'm telling you after this about Plato's Closet. It's gonna blow your mind.
Okay, because I have a story for you.
Okay, good.
Literally.
So we're leaving, and they were like, "Don't forget to pick up a free sticker," and I was like, "Your stickers." But I looked, and there was a sticker that said, "What's the best that could happen?" And I'd never thought about that. I've never thought about that motto. And I was like, "Babe, what's the best that could happen?" And so we just started saying it throughout the afternoon. What's the best that could happen about my computer, right? Or about life, whatever. So we go to the Apple store, and the guy says, "Well, it's probably going to be about $500. And I was like, "Oh my God, what's the best that could happen? $500, great. I was expecting $1,000."
Yeah, you're like, let's go to Cheesecake Factory after.
On me. Well, he's gone for a really long time. And then he comes back and he goes, I checked your Apple Care account, and on that computer, the subscription just ended like 30 days ago. And I was like, okay. He goes, "We're going to honor it today. It'll be $99.
I know.
That can happen.
Exactly.
I love this.
And I thought to myself, if there is a sign to show me and my personality and how I can kind of fall apart, if there's a sign to show me that this is a person that I can partner with when I do have really bad days, and he has these techniques or he has these approaches or mindsets that can help me feel better or help me to feel growth or peace during chaos, help me find what the actual is the best that could happen, that's probably the person I need to get really serious about." So I actually bought his engagement ring that night online. After Apple, we went by the store, David Yurman, and I got him sized. And it was later that night when we were on the couch side, ended up buying his engagement ring. So then 2 months after that, in our home, on Christmas Eve, with no one around, I proposed because I really wanted it to be private and for us, and I didn't want it to be a big show. I didn't want it to be about what other people's thoughts or responses were. And so, that's how I proposed on Christmas Eve.
I love all of that so much. Every detail of that is perfect.
It was the first gift that I opened that Christmas year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I woke up Christmas Day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm engaged.
Oh, yes. Oh, everything's so wonderful. Christmas is already good. Imagine being engaged during it.
It was so fun.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And
I love that.
I have to say we did it right, because the next day after Christmas, we got on a plane to go to New Orleans for the first time. Oh. And we didn't announce it until once we got back. So there was about a week where we were the only ones that knew we were engaged.
Just bliss.
And that was so fun to be engaged and no one know about it and have this little trip in between Christmas and New Year's. I highly recommend.
I love that time too, because I feel like it's like a dead zone in between like Christmas and New Year's. Is like, what do you do? So going on a trip is a great advice as well, because I've never done that, and that's
we
wonderful.
Left the day after Christmas and we came back either the day before or on New Year's Eve, because we wanted to spend both those holidays with our dog, our Labrador.
Oh, love Labrador. I love this so much. Okay, Alex, it's your turn.
My turn, yes. So I wanted to propose, and I wanted to wait a few weeks, like obviously it was coming, but I also wanted it to be a surprise. So it was, I think, a Saturday or a Sunday.
Saturday, I think.
Yeah. A Saturday, early January. And we were just hanging out at the house, and I hid it somewhere in the house where I knew that he would like stumble upon it eventually. Mm-hmm. But that day, for some reason, he just wanted to have a lazy day and just like be on the couch.
I was rotting.
Just, we have
a rot day
busy...
is my favorite day. I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. We have
so
very
good.
busy weeks.
Find yourself someone to rot with.
Yes.
Yes.
So we had very busy weeks, or we had a very busy week that that week. And so we just wanted to just relax. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he needs to go into this drawer to eventually see this ring so that I can propose. So I'm just like jittery the entire day.
To the point where I'm like, what's going on with this man?
You're like, what did you take? What's happening?
I thought we were rotting.
I'm like, do you want to get into that drawer? Do you want to look for something? And he goes, no, I'm laying down here and I'm just
Plato's
watching
closet.
Bravo.
I can't do it.
I don't want
I don't want to go through my closet. I don't want to go through the drawers.
So I think at one point I was like, it was so lame. I was like, I think something's wrong with the sound on the TV. Can you fix it?
Also, like, don't ask me, girl.
You're like, can we call
You know
Genius
that's
Bar?
your job, Alex. You know that's why I'm marrying you.
So I think he went to the bathroom and I like put the TV remote in the drawer like where it was, and just so that I can finally, propose because I've been waiting all day. And so reluctantly he was like, yeah, I guess I could try to fix it even though you do it. So he goes to the drawer and he's like moves stuff around and I'm like, oh, you hit it. You just touched it. I bet you just touched it. And then he looks in the drawer and he goes, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, but maybe I do.
Oh my god!
So it was the ring that he had picked out because we picked out our own engagement rings.
Yeah.
The ring that he picked out, and I proposed, and he put it on, and we went to.
Then I wanted to go out.
Yeah.
I was like, we ain't riding anymore. I got a diamond. Let's go to dinner.
As you should. I want to do the same thing.
Totally.
Yes, you're like, I need a shower. Let's go. We need to get going.
Seriously, I wasn't rotting anymore.
Yeah. How could you? How could
go.
you sit still after that? Also, y'all have the coolest rings.
Thank you.
So you actually killed that. Are they both from David Yurman?
The middle one is. The middle one is both of our engagements. And then I did these custom, and then these were also custom.
I love them so much.
he's
I
got-
love a Yurman too. So we got the
amazing.
Ooh,
He's got black diamonds and forged carbon.
Yeah.
And then I'm just as iced out as you can be.
I love
So
it all.
I didn't want diamonds to begin with. That's why this is forged carbon. But when people like kept oohing and eyeing at his engagement ring, I'm like, maybe I want some diamonds.
You're like, I want some attention. What the heck? I'm married too. I'm
exactly.
As he should.
Yes. Wait, I love that. That is really special.
So we love just walking around places, TJ Maxx, Cheesecake Factory, like you
Hey,
said.
if you ever need a third, let me know because I would love to go walk around all these
We
places.
just love walking around and just kind of like checking the lighting. I was like, ooh, rings look good
I'd be
here.
like, this is good lighting.
This is a good lighting. How is
lighting
this
for the
lighting?
ring.
Not the best.
It's
Maybe a
good.
little bit?
It's better than some.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I love all of that so much. I do want to talk a little bit about some of the struggles. We're obviously talking about all of the happiness, and I love all of it so much. But I do know that not only Nashville, but this world can be hard, no matter who you are. But I know that it can be especially hard as a gay man. And I think that we've talked a lot about that, and we've talked about that in other episodes and things like that. But I love how open you guys are about that because I do know that it does help people. And I do get messages, especially from recently, like with Angie K, I've gotten messages being like, I'm so happy that you did this. I'm so happy that we're getting to hear this story. So if you guys could kind of just talk maybe a little bit about the Nashville community, maybe, or just what that has been like being in country music, especially.
It's probably different than people would expect. When we are at country music functions as a couple, we never shy away from holding hands, kissing, like we are a couple just like anybody else would be. And in those environments, I'm trying to think if we've ever had any moment where we were like, oh my God. I'll tell you where we get it. It's like Costco. It's very odd.
You're like, I can walk the carpet, not gonna walk.
No, seriously.
Exactly.
We can walk the ACM or CMA carpet and people love it.
Yeah.
And then we can go to Costco or the airport and people will look at our faces and then our hands and back up to our faces about 4 or 5 times. And so I think that just like people don't assume that Nashville as a whole has a very healthy queer community, I don't think that the industry of country music really gets the credit that they deserve for making it as safe of a place as we feel. I think that once you maybe leave Nashville and go into some other markets that are country music fans, that's where there'll be a disconnect.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't work in an industry if I felt like I was constantly being pushed out or having to look over my shoulder or hear chatter over here. And I certainly wouldn't bring in the person I love the most to be fodder for any of that.
Yeah.
But that's just me on the inside. I'm curious to know what you think.
I think we haven't shied away from it because I think we'd give each other the ick if we did, you know?
Fair point.
That is a good point.
Yeah, so
Like, hold my hand, damn it.
You're not in high school.
Exactly. So we're not going to hide the fact that we're together.
Yeah.
We're not going to hide the fact that we're in love. We demonstrate it anywhere and everywhere that we go. And I think overall, Nashville has been super accepting of us creating space for ourselves and having space for our love here in Nashville. Yeah. I will say that it's obviously not a realistic expectation to think that everybody is accepting of our love and our relationship. But I think the small percentage of people who are not accepting also could be tourists in Nashville.
Yeah, they don't live here.
Because we have so many tourists coming through. So I don't think that's really representative of Nashville entirely.
Yeah. I'm glad that you both said that. I felt like that, but obviously I can't speak to that because that's not my experience. But I do think that that is really encouraging to say the least about Nashville because, like I said, like that's what I was hoping for. I love Nashville. Like you want that to be the case, you know? So I'm glad that that is the case for y'all, especially.
I think there's always room for growth, whether that's more women in executive roles, whether that's more LGBTQ artists or reps. But I would love for there to be more opportunities to show success for people that are considered minority or underdogs or whatever that is, because the more people like you give us the platform to showcase our normality and the fact that we're just two people that have fallen madly in love with each other, that's pretty relatable.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
at
completely.
the base of it, like that's one of the most relatable things as a human is being in love and seeing others in love.
That's honestly the way that I look at it. And that's like why I've created this podcast and wanting to get as many people as possible is because at the end of the day, like that's what I want it to be about. I want it to be about love. I want it to be how you work through situations in being in relationship in this industry because it's hard and I need advice. I'm like, how do y'all do it? I need help. I need like, how are y'all working through these things? And that's like the main reason. So I'm so happy that y'all are here and are talking about it. And I just love you both. Like,
well, thank you for giving us an opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back to the top of the conversation. Your take on this is so necessary and so fresh, but also your willingness to hear stories of everyone in love. I think that there are going to be a lot of people watching Angie's episode or our episode or ones that maybe break the mold a bit. And anytime that we can be ourselves, but also help people see themselves, like that's kind of a win.
Yes, it is. And we're not done yet. I want to keep talking to you guys forever, seriously. But no, I agree with you on everything. So thank you. Seriously, it's like a love fest in here. I'm just like, love you guys. I want to talk a little bit more about your career and just your like everything that you do within the industry. And I want to get like Alex's perspective on it and what it kind of looks like to you, like watching him in his day-to-day jobs when you're at those events and getting to see him, you know, run around and make sure everyone's where they need to be and making sure everyone's feeling comfortable. Yeah. What is that like for you to really get to see him in that role?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing to see.
Yeah.
It's like we talk about it at home and I hear him in his meetings. So the planning is completely different from seeing the execution and seeing it come to life. It's like seeing magic unfold. And it's just like really fun to be like, oh, he was really stressed out about that. But now it's coming to life and it's coming to life really well. Yeah. So it's fun to see your partner really thrive, especially when you can talk about it later and say like, I know you're really stressed about that, or I know you were really like concerned about that. But look where it went. Like, look how amazing that went, you know? Yeah. So it's really fun to see him just thrive and grow.
What are some misconceptions you would think that maybe y'all's friends outside of the industry have about David working in the industry? Like, are they like, oh, are you guys always on red carpets every night? Are you going on jets? Like, what are some misconceptions do you think that friends have about the industry?
Misconceptions that they might have. I mean, I think that they think that it's fun, but they're not wrong.
Yeah, that is
Right.
true. That is a good point. I like
Yeah.
that. See, you're a positivity I need in my life. Like, this is like,
This is why. Yes.
I think the misconception could be that he is always at 100 or the energy is always at 100.
yeah.
While it may seem that way, sometimes you're not feeling like you want to be in the room, but he doesn't half-ass it. Can I say that? He doesn't half-ass it. He'll give it 1,000% and all the energy and all the effort. But I know that sometimes he may be very tired, or had a very long day or very long week, and he has an event to go to that evening. So I think the misconception could be that because he's in public relations, that his energy is always there and there's always a reserve of it. And that may not be the case. But at the same time, he doesn't make it seem that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I think that's important for somebody who is client facing, of course, and public facing.
Absolutely.
Right. Because you want to put your best foot forward, but it's also very authentic in a way that like, he'll find the energy that he needs to be present in the moment.
Yeah. That's a really eloquent way to put it, because I think it does take a lot of talent and hard work to be able to put that front-facing forward personality up every single time. Because like you said, like there's so many people out there who have really great personalities, have really big personalities, but can they do it when they're exhausted? Can they do it when they haven't slept in 3 days? Like it's things like that. So that's a really eloquent way to put it. So thank you. David, I want to talk a little bit about what has been a favorite event for you to be able to bring Alex to and get to see him like in your kind of space and bring him into it.
I love when we get Getty Images photos together.
Hey, you can say that because we have a partnership with iHeart with Getty Images.
Amazing. You heard that, Getty? Getty?
Did you get that?
We need
Did
Getty.
you Getty that, babe?
PR brain.
Oh my gosh. Love it. We need Getty in here, you know what I'm saying?
I love when I get to bring him to a show or an event where he's going to leave feeling inspired to go back and play his own guitar.
Love.
Yeah.
I love going to events that inspire him to not forget that he's both right and left-brained, and that he needs to carve out time for him to continue to be musical. And I love when I take him to events, because he's not a country girl. He's a pop girl.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I also love bringing him to events, whether it's my clients or another performance or show or award show, and him leaving with a better appreciation of country music, because I'm all country. Like I don't really listen to anything other than country, and that's always been the case. So it's always fun for him to be like, I really liked that. And I'm like, yeah, we can put it on the favorites playlist.
You're like, yeehaw, let's go. Get a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I love that. So I'm the same way. Only country. Only
Yeah.
ever listen to country. I do like the pop. I was a believer,
Okay.
excuse me. But yeah. Okay. As you know, we do a little rapid fire.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
I have been waiting for rapid fire.
Okay, we do
'Cause it
a
was the one
rapid
thing I was
fire.
like, I don't know what she's gonna ask, but I know there's gonna be a rapid
Yes,
fire.
there's a rapid
Okay.
fire. We've
All right.
switched them around a little bit, but we have most
go.
of the
I'm
same
ready.
ones that you've heard before. So Alex, we just do like a really quick questions. You can answer quick or long. It ends up being a little bit longer because a story comes up, which I encourage. So, but just really kind of random questions, essentially. Nothing's too scary, I hope. Okay. Best event swag bag you've ever received.
Okay. Emmys 2013 or 14. It was the size. I thought it could have doubled as a body bag.
Oh my gosh.
And it was kind of like a Mary Poppins. At one point, I pulled out a bladeless Dyson fan. And I didn't have to buy anybody anything for birthday or Christmas. Anytime I needed anything, I would go into my closet, grab a makeup kit or grab this or a hair tie or whatever, and that'd be someone's birthday or Christmas.
Wait, I'm so jealous. That sounds amazing.
The bladeless Dyson fan.
Yeah.
And I remember pulling it out being like,
how does this even work?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wait, that's hilarious. Have you gotten to partake in the swag bag situations?
A couple, and I think my favorite was probably like a full-size bottle of like Tom Ford.
That is a good one.
I was like, this is not a sample. This is full size. This is great.
Wait, I
damn,
love
what
that.
was that one? What event was that?
I don't remember, but I was gooped and gagged about it.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
You're like, it's in your mouth. You're like, I don't even care. It's free.
It's Tom Ford. It's great.
That's amazing. I love that. What is the fastest way to upset each of you?
To upset, I come with some trauma. We all do.
Absolutely.
I've had one really tough relationship, and I have a parental relationship that is strained. And what I've realized is in those relationships, they withheld as a punishment. And I have learned that while I can perceive it as withholding, he's actually just trying to give me space and figure out what's the best thing to say to me. So it has been an opportunity for us to learn more about each other, how to communicate, and what the other is going through when nothing's being said, and how to make sure that in those moments of silence that we're still supporting each other.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's some advice probably a lot of people need to hear that aren't ready to hear. Some of them, yeah.
Should we say names?
No.
After show.
Maybe.
Yeah. Receipts, proof, timeline.
Plane, another plane.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Oh my gosh. No, but seriously, that was great.
I think for me, I was trying to think about like for me and for him. I think what I've noticed for him is that like when it's indirect communication, beating around the bush and just like not saying what you actually want to say, oftentimes can get him upset. But for me, I think it's like repeating the same question, and I have the same answer, you know?
Yeah, like they're trying to get a different answer out of you.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's not just like in
answer.
a romantic relationship. That's like anybody.
Right.
If anybody like asks me the same question over and over and over, it's like I've answered it with the same answer. I don't know what else you want from me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
I'm gonna throw this Tom Ford full bottle of cologne
Not
at
the
you.
Tom Ford.
Not the Tom Ford, don't break it.
Take the dossier.
It's like the Victoria's Secret. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly. Take the
cheap shit. Yeah. I love that. What is a favorite purchase each of you have made, big or small?
Ooh.
Oh, I just got my dream car. I ordered
I'm
it
so
about
excited
10 months
for you.
ago. And probably the best thing about it, there were a few times during the wait period of ordering where I would go to him and say, I've lost my mind. Who the hell do I think I am? And every time he would be like, no, you deserve it. We've worked out the numbers. It makes sense. We're not overspending. It's in budget.
Yeah.
Babe, you deserve this car. And so anytime I was trying to talk myself out of it, he was always like, no. This is the right choice. It's the right choice for you. It's the right choice for us. So don't second guess the big purchase.
Wait, I'm so excited for you. That's so fun. And a car you use literally every day. So it's
Totally.
like a new gift every single time you get in it.
I
You're like,
love
oh my gosh.
driving. I'm like, I'll pick you up. No worries. I'm all the way.
On two wheels coming in. Like, get in. I love it.
I know this is rapid fire, and I'm not like answering.
I'm
with
not.
the
Nothing
most-
about me is rapid, so
Okay, great.
you're good. Like whatever. How many
I'm
ever
trying to
many
think
times.
of like purchases that I've made recently, but I love the Gucci sunglasses that I didn't purchase for myself, but my husband purchased for me during our honeymoon.
Love.
We went into Gucci. We were in
Barcelona.
Spain. Yeah. And we were just shopping around, on our honeymoon. We were gone for like 10 days or something like that. And I think he was looking for a belt for himself. And I'm like, oh, cool. Let me just look at these like sunglasses or whatever. And I'm like, ooh, those look great. Those look great.
They do. They look very sexy on him.
And I was just like, okay, put it back because I'm not going to buy this for myself. And then he goes, you really like those? You look really good in them. I'm like, thank you. And then he turns to the salesperson and he goes, we'll take them. I'm like, oh my God.
There's nothing better than turning to a sales associate. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Love. That was my
like,
favorite thing
take this
ever.
too. No, no, but it was so fun. Yeah, exactly. No, but it was really fun. I love those sunglasses. And I thought I lost them. I couldn't find them for like months.
No, I mean, who am I to say a thing? I have lost so many designer sunglasses that I try not to even buy myself them anymore.
They're hard not to. They're so good. They're just.
I thought I lost them, but I left it in a tote bag that I eventually found a couple months later. But I when I thought that I had lost them, I'm like, I'm never asking for anything nice ever again. But knowing that that's not going to be true.
I will say. It counts as a purchase, but it's more of a technique. He is an airline and hotel points wizard. So like
that is
my superpower.
It is a superpower. I'm the bitch that's like, take my money, put it on the Amex. That's fine. I'll pay extra. And he's like, oh. No, he got us. We got married in Hawaii last year, and he got us Delta One in the beds. With
shout out to
upgrades,
Delta One
points, and then on the way back from Europe from our honeymoon, he also got us Delta One. So twice last year we were doing across the globe international flights with both of our beds right next to each other in the suite. So I mean, I could never do that.
I was going to say, you're never going to want to do it any other way.
Exactly.
Now is what the big issue is.
Is it an issue, though?
Yeah, is it?
Warning.
It's just a good standard.
Yeah. So, yes, I really appreciate the effort and the time it takes to strategize all that.
They make it hard for a reason, so no one
Yes.
does it. And then once you do it, you're like, this is why I'm getting all of this, because no one else is doing
Exactly.
it. Yes. I love that. Favorite Nashville bar?
Just one?
If you can narrow it down. Or like an area. Like if you could.
Well, we live in East and we love East. We'll probably stay there forever.
East is so good.
If it's a total package bar.
Yeah.
Rosemary and the Beauty Queen.
I love that
is a
place.
good one.
I do love that place.
Because you can dance, you can be in the treehouse.
Yeah. I like how they have fun cocktails at a bar. I know that sounds like
Yeah.
silly, but like you can't get an espresso martini at Red Door. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so like it's like fun to have like a martini, but then be able to like still have like a smaller like bar feel. Like
Yep.
if that makes sense. Yeah. I love that place.
Mine's Mom's or Mother's.
Mother.
Oh, Mother's is
Ruin.
good too.
I love
yes.
Mother's Ruin.
Mother's Ruin during the snow week. It was like the
Literally.
line.
Literally. Why do I want to be close to blackout during a whiteout at Mother's?
Yes, please. I want to do. Okay, I need the snow already. I need it right now. Like actually.
Like I see snowflakes and I'm like, get in the car, we're going to Mother's.
Yeah. I'm from Florida. I'm like, I can't drive in the snow, but I'm driving right now. We're going. Get in. I don't know.
I don't know how I'm getting home.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
We'll be pulled like on a sleigh or
It's not
something.
the best decision, but no, it's not. What did I say?
It's not the smartest decision, but it's the most fun one.
Yes.
That's kind of my motto.
I love that. That's Nashville's motto in general, I think, actually,
Exactly.
honestly. Weird item that you always have to have with you.
Burt's Bees.
I was going to
Burt's
say
Bees,
chapstick.
that's a
Burt's
good one.
Bees, only peppermint. If anything else, trash.
Can
I learned
respect.
that gift giving.
Yeah. I will know that I am at my wealthiest when there is a huge bucket of brand new, unused Burt's Bees that I can just pick up at any time on my way out.
Like a really pretty bowl, and like have them all. I can see it.
Yes, yeah, and
Love.
like just to have like an unlimited supply of Burt's Bees peppermint.
I wish that for you.
Thank
I
you.
really do.
Manifesting.
I really do. Manifesting.
I always need a watch on me because my left wrist just feels naked without it.
That's fair. I feel like that a little bit too. It also helps me learn my left from my right. Still a little.
There you go.
So,
little educational.
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, watch is left. Sometimes I still can't figure that one out, but you'd be surprised. Favorite venue that you've gotten to see a concert at, whether for a client or for fun?
I'm a sucker for the Ryman.
Ryman is so good. I love that.
In fact, we, I think I can say it. I just can't show it. I am close friends with the PR department over at Ryman, and about 2 days before we had our reception, I asked if we could come in for about an hour with a photographer, and they let us privately for 1 hour take photos in our wedding suits on the stage, in the balcony, in the pews.
Wow.
And so now the Ryman holds even more of a place in my heart because we have beautiful wedding photos in the Mother Church.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. I love that. That is amazing. That is so special to have that.
They
That
said
is-
you cannot post these on social media.
you're like, fine, I'm printing them.
Oh, yeah, they're all over our house.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I need to see that. But that is amazing. I love that. Do you have a favorite venue?
The Grand Ole Opry is just so iconic. So
Yeah.
when he was talking about like getting to go to events where I learned more about country music, the Ryman, the Grand Ole Opry, I think are so iconic, and it just like helps me understand history better and understand country music better,
Yeah.
and have a reverence for it because I do not have a country music background.
Yeah.
It's just not something that was appealing to me prior to moving here. But I live in Nashville, so
Yeah.
like I want to, and I want to have a reverence for country music and respect it the way that it deserves to be respected.
Well, country music thanks you because that's all it just wants to be respected. It really does. What is a hill that you're dying on?
Oh, reality shows are for the brilliant-minded.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
yes.
And you can't take that away from me.
No, absolutely not. If you can't understand it, then like something's wrong with you.
Exactly. Then that's a huge personal issue.
Yeah. And it's like how do you know what's going on in life? Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where do you get your memes?
where do you
Right.
Yeah, it's like how do you understand the world around you
Right.
without knowing very significant memes?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. That's a good one.
Pineapple belongs on pizza.
Ooh.
I know, hot take, but
No,
pineapple
these are both
belongs
very
on pizza.
good hills. Okay, okay. I'll take your word for it, but I don't know about that one.
We'll have to take you. Actually, you just come over. We have a pizza oven. We'll change your mind.
Oh my god, I would love that. Like seriously. Who's more competitive?
You?
I was gonna say it depends, but it's usually me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm one of my strengths is achiever, so like I just want to achieve every single thing.
We love that. Lastly, who takes longer to get ready?
I think we're both pretty quick. Probably me. I have in the last year or so really started to enjoy skincare routine.
I was gonna say you have the best skin, and I've been meaning to tell you that this entire. I'm like keep looking. I'm like I hope he doesn't think I'm weirdo staring, but I'm like your skin is flawless, literally.
I'm enjoying it. I like the science. I like the experimentation of the products. I think also, turning 40, it's I don't want to not look my age, but I do want to look optimal.
Yeah, healthy, like a glow.
I wanna look
You look all
my
those things
best.
currently.
Thank
you do.
you. Thank
Amazing.
you.
I think people are gonna be shocked when you say that you're 40. Like I'm not
Aw,
kidding. Like
thank you.
seriously, literally. You too.
Thank you.
How old are you? Are you all the same age?
42.
Y'all don't look it. I want to look like y'all when I'm 42. Please.
Okay, girl.
Like, help me with the skincare.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Red light therapy.
Oh, I do have a red light mask.
Mhm. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Your skin looks great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Makeup.
Wait, what's the brand? Can we get sponsored?
I would hope so, but probably not. Tower 28, like the tinted moisturizer.
Okay.
Been really liking that.
Yep.
And then just like whatever remnants of a powder type thing I can put on my face to not make me oily.
Okay.
Depends. Every day it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
And then,
mine are different every day too.
I switch it up every single day.
I think it's good for your skin.
Okay, I hope so
Yeah.
too. That makes me feel better because you would know with the science of everything. So, again, I cannot thank you both for coming on today enough. I had so much fun. Seriously, I felt like we all got each other's energy great on here. It was
Yeah.
so
For
much fun.
For sure.
So thank you again for everything. Thank you, David, for being such a light and a supporter of this podcast. Seriously, I would not be able to continue to do week after week episode without your support.
So
Seriously.